What's up, guys? I'm that kangaroo, and I am chilling by a bonfire. Alright, we are going to start this episode off by first showing off this witching urn. Boom! A lot of damage, 226 damage, and it explodes like a bomb. It's kind of cool. So yeah, cool little item. I like it. Melentia.
Anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
She's probably like 200 and something years old. But yeah, she sells a very important item. First things first. Buy Leningrass Key. Opens blacksmith Leningrass shop in Majula. Key of blacksmith Leningrass. Majula, the land of exiles, is comprised of abandoned old houses, one of which Leningrass has fashioned into a workshop. So that's the key. And it appears that Melentia has, she found a way to make money by getting the key, locking up the place, and forcing someone to buy it, basically selling it back to him. She's a crafty old hag. But she does sell human effigies, and even more importantly, life gems for 300. And she sells, once she moves back to Majula, she sells an infinite supply of these, along with hexing urns and fire bombs. So fire bombs, same thing as it pretty much does the same thing as a hexing urn, except it explodes with fire instead of magic damage, and has the same like range and stuff. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Though this urn is a crude and commonplace weapon, it owes its continued usage to its simplicity and effectiveness in a variety of situations. She also says more amber herbs, which we saw earlier, and a Pharos lockstone for 4,000. Now, these are important because these allow you to get things that are behind locked doors that can only be opened behind Pharos doors that can only be opened with these lockstones. But you do find them. I mean, like you find them quite often, and if we need to, we can buy one soon enough. I'm pretty sure we get one before we need it. Well, we don't, but I can come back. I can come back for that. Stone activating a creation of Pharos the Vagabond. Pharos the Vagabond was a legend who wandered the lands, creating contraptions to help those in sincere and dire need. The scope in his travels was so wide that Pharos has been mistakenly credited with many inventions that were crafted by others. And it sounds like maybe he's pulling an Edison? But yeah, Pharos the Vagabond. We'll hear more about him through some other items later on, and there's a bit of lore surrounding him. He's very interesting. These. She does sell human effigies. Also sells soul arrows. So yeah, you do get soul arrows very early if you didn't start with him as a sorcerer, but you want to be a sorcerer. I'll show these off eventually. I'll go back and respec my stuff and show off the sorceries and miracles that I find, but for now, I'm not going to worry about these. It sells heal and soul arrow. An elementary sorcery fires a small soul arrow straight ahead. To use sorceries, attune a sorcery at a bonfire and equip a staff. A healing miracle widely used by clerics. Slightly restores HP. So yeah, similar to your Estus, just a miracle that does the same. Nope, I don't want to buy that. She also sells this, very useful actually. Hat worn by merchants from Lanafir, where blue represents knowledge. Wearing this increases item discovery. Lanafir is the farthest land to the south and follows a strict edict of isolationism. The rare visitor from Lanfear is always a little odd. The rare visitor from Lanfear is always a... Effect. Raises item discovery. We're going to buy that right now. You can also buy the rest of the traveling merchant coat, but they don't... Or set, but they don't do anything else. They have decent... decent defense for how much they weigh, but there's definitely better. Coat worn by merchants from Lanfear. The eagle is normally a symbol of strength, but in Lanfear it symbolizes wealth. Lanfear is the farthest land to the south and follows a strict edict of isolation. Okay. Pretty sure these are similar. Gloves worn by merchants from Lanfear. Boots worn by merchants from Lanfear. And she sells the hand axe, which I really like this weapon. It's just got a very fun move set, and it does a decent amount of damage if you max it out. I have made builds based around this. Crazy axe murderer builds. Club and the Cadises. Oh, the Cestus? Ceased? I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it. I think it's Cestus. Or Cadis. Kestis. Castus. Fist weapon. They have A scaling in strength and B scaling in dex. So that's actually... That's kind of cool. We're going to go ahead and buy these to show off what they do. And the broken straight sword, which I already have.
My name is Melentia.
Rhymes with dementia.
This land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Dranglake's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago.
She speaks of the war.
And the giants crossed the sea.
Very interesting.
Seemed like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep. That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own.
Yeah, see, she knows about the dark sign too. She can pretty much sense it on you.
From the remains of the giants, from each carcass sprouted new life growing into what you see now. But you know what they also say? Don't believe what an old hag says.
Yeah, it's hard to believe what she says. Except for it's really not. She's pretty knowledgeable. She knows more about what the hell's going on in this world than everybody else does. She's got a bargain for me next time we meet, too, because I exhausted her dialogue. And she moves. If you don't exhaust her dialogue, she doesn't move. So, she stays in this area until you go back, until you kill the boss of this area, and then she appears in Majula next to the bonfire. Don't need a broken straight sword because we already have a broken straight sword. Don't need to talk to her anymore because she's exhausted of dialogue. But we do have some cool little weapons to show off now. For a second. Put in... I'll show off the broken straight sword. I didn't do that and I apologize, but it's really nothing special. I'll also show off this, even though I'm going to be using that again soon. Show off this. Whoops. Show off the club for sure, and show off the Cestus. Cestus. I'll just say Cestus. Because that's whatever. Now, this. It has this very broad sweeping attack. This is the hand axe. That's the light attack. Let me stamina recover. It's very, very... has a huge range of attack. Whereas the strong attack is the same as my Morning Star. Has the even more vertical and then followed up by a side slashing attack. Horizontal sweep. The club... Wait, no, wait. We're not done. Because this actually has what I always used it for. Two-hand has a fast, very fast sweep attack like that. And the strong attack is this really cool, like, you almost swing it like a sword. I remember it being a little... No, that's the right moveset. I'm thinking of slightly different. But yep, you get this light attack, which is a huge sweep when you two-hand it. And you follow it up with more sweeps. And you get this, like, spin chop attack with the heavy attack. Well, do. Moving on to the club. Now, the club... Go outside. The club, similar to the mace, or Morningstar, I should say, and the mace. That's the light attack. Here's the strong attack. I like the spin. The spin's kind of cool. It's got that spin for the heavy attack. When you two-hand it, you get that really quick sweep with the light attack, and then the really fast vertical and then horizontal for the heavy. The running attack is that, and the rolling attack is that. And with the axe, it's pretty much the same with the axe, yeah. And then, yep. Now we have the Hide Knight sword. Swings like this, very interesting. It's got that that upward sweep attack for the first start of that. That's the light attack. Heavy attack is very cool. I like that. It's a slash and then a stab. Now, chanting it. Same as the longsword or broadsword. But then you get this really strong slash attack for the strong hand, or for when you two-hand it, for the strong attack. And the dash forward slash when you backstep or sprint. And a stab when you roll. It's a very overall, all-around moveset. I like it very much so. That's why we're going to be using it. Now we got the broken longsword, which is exactly the same as the longsword. Just broken. Actually, it's the same as a broadsword when it's just broken, not longsword, because longsword is a stab for the heavy attack, which this has slash. And the Cadus. Just punch. It's a punch, punch, punch. Very quick punches, though. And then you get that, followed by an uppercut, which is awesome for the strength. Now notice that these are strong attacks I'm using. Look how little stamina it consumes. I mean, that's a very little amount for what I'm doing. When you use the light attacks, even less, and it's very fast. I don't think two-handing it actually does anything. Oh no, when you two-hand it, you get the backhands. There you go, and those are very fast too. And two-hand strong attack. Ooh, nice. You get the pound and the spin. You know, we're going to play around with these. They do 45 plus 71 damage. So, that's enough. Enough to play around with. Whereas this does 105 plus 57, though. More, for sure. We're not going to use that. Not going to use that. Can't use that yet. Can't use that. We're going to play around with this, though. We're going to mess around with these. Oh, already killed him. Alright. Drop down here. Drop on down. Because this, you get some. Oh, actually, this is where I get one of the long swords that I want for this build. So there we go. You can come down here and drop off onto this guy. You can do a plunging attack. When you do, though, be careful, because there's another guy right through the cracks right there. And if you don't finish off this guy quickly, he'll come up and hit you in the back. So, you know, actually, I'm supposed to be showing you the best way to do this. The best way to do this? Bam. That's pretty much the safest way. And then you can just jump down. Yep, I even aggroed him. So now I can just get a dropping attack on him. Which is perfect. That is ideal. So now I just fall off and do a plunging attack. Oh! Plunge you with my fist, bitch. Yep, I'm gonna be pounding some people. No. Don't go back in here, because that's how you get back. And there's a guy waiting for you. Yeah, he's not very stealthy. Now, to do, I never really told you how to jump. To do a jump, grab this really quick, human effigy. To jump, while sprinting, while you're in your sprinting animation and you're going faster, you want to press down the left stick or the direction stick. Right as you want to jump. You push it down and you'll jump. Only when you're sprinting though. And it can be finicky. Ooh, don't want to fall off there. Yep, also be careful of this guy, because he will come out of nowhere if you're not paying attention. Ooh, and these fists have no range. Yeah, we'll keep playing with them. We're going to keep slamming some people. Slamming! Slamming salmon. Soul of a lost undead and a torch. Second torch you get. I just ran right into him. Whoa, hey there, jumping attack. I got that attack too. I'm gonna jump at you with my fist. It's pretty weird when you do a jumping attack next to the edge. Sometimes it just doesn't know what to do. Oh no 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 no! Yeah, that was handled very non-tactfully. So don't do it like that. Falconer gloves. They look like, or the hollow infantry gloves. Sorry, they look like that. Whereas that's what you start with, and that's what I'm wearing. Hollow infantry boots. They look kind of cool. I mean, you know. But not as cool as these. That's what I'm wearing. And this is what you start with. Alright. So, it's just best to lure these guys out one at a time. You can even sit back a little bit further and just pick them off with throwing knives. As you saw, Melentia will sell an unlimited supply of them, and they're relatively cheap, so don't be afraid to use them. See, instead of running over there and hissing everybody off, I can just alert him, bring him over, punch him in the face, even though I totally missed. And yeah, definitely fight him one by one. That's the best way to go in this game. Come in this first little area and grab this hollow soldier helm. Don't quite know exactly why they throw that at you, but sure, hollow soldier. It looks pretty cool. Like, that's pretty cool. It's you know, I don't really need it though, because I like to see that. But there's also this, the one that raises item discovery. Looks really ridiculous. It gives you a monocle. A monocle. Sure. We're gonna... No, we're not. We're not gonna. No. No. That does look pretty good. But... Hollow helm worn by hollowed royal soldiers. Appears to be crafted with quality materials, but is highly degraded and close to falling apart. Wearing this will be of little use. Well, that means I have to wear it. I didn't do the running attack with this. I love the running attack. You just get the slug. Alright, let's actually see what the rolling attack is too. I didn't even... Damn. Oh, nice. If you roll attack, you get that neat little spin. Before you run into here, there are two enemies. Where are they? They're up there, and they'll drop down as soon as you run in. So your best bet, equip one of your witching urns, run in to about here, and then immediately run back out. Let those guys drop down. Finish off the first guy quickly, so, you know, that's where the witching urn comes in. And then there you go. Now you just have one guy to deal with. And he's not too bad by himself. And they will drop a boatload of life gems. Just a bunch. Now, yeah, it's definitely worth saying this ground will not hurt you. It looks like it will, but it won't. These statues are people that were once petrified in this area. I don't necessarily know if these are players. I'm not sure if all of them are players. I don't think every petrified statue is a player, but I know some are and can be. The ground doesn't hurt you. On the other hand, that guy will... Oops, I need to go in here and equip inoculants. He will hurt a lot. He's basically a flame salamander, and they spit fireballs that do a lot of damage. You can't fight him right now. Definitely not worth fighting him right now or even trying. But there is a trick here. Now, grab this item first, a soul of a proud knight. That's worth 2,000 souls. That's pretty useful, if not 3,000. Now, you can wait in between... For some reason I feel like I can't get there yet, but we'll try anyways. No, I can. So, yeah, you wait in between his fiery explosions. Open up this door. You have just enough time, and then roll inside. You have enough time. Ooh, but that's very careful. You only come in here if you want this item, which it's a good item. It's not a mimic, but you should hit it anyways. Hit it anyways. Hurt it. Punch it good. Fire longsword. That's one of the weapons that we've been wanting. We're not going to use it yet because kind of boring. But when I get to the point where I'm going to dual wield, that's definitely going to be on the list. I'm going to try to dual wield the Hide Knight sword and not even dual wield, power stand. Hold them in power stance. Fire longsword and Hide Knight sword. In order to hold these in power stance, I can dual wield them at any time. As long as I meet the requirements, I can use them and dual wield them. But in order to hold them in power stance, you have to meet 150% of the requirements. So for this longsword, I have to be at 15 string and at least 14 dex, if not 15 dex. For the Hide Knight sword, basically the same thing. 16 strength. Yeah, so not too far off actually. But as soon as you feel that first one explode, run out. Like, he'll shoot that first one, you'll see the first fire appear right there, run out. Show off the moveset really quick. Because this is what I was talking about the longsword moveset. This is what a longsword looks like. And you have this sweeping attack. And if you follow it up, it's just another sweep. Backwards. Or another back sweep. But if you two-hand it, you can poke. The strong attack is the pokey poke, and I like the poke. And the light attack is just another slash. The rolling is a jump slash, and the Running is a forward slash, which is very nice. Oh no, the running is a stab too. Oh, yeah. Running is a slash if you're holding it with one hand. It's using a lot of stamina right now because it can't effectively wield it, and if you can't wield something effectively, it uses more stamina than it should. Life gem times 3. So, I got 3 life gems there. Life gems are very useful. I'll take them. We're gonna come up here and probably gonna wrap up the video. Definitely got some good stuff. Got the weapon that I've been wanting. Showed off some more stuff, some more armor. Weird. That guy kind of aggroed weird. So yeah, when you come back through here and he's standing there, you can just hit him in the face. Whoa, hey! Hit him in the... Fuck you. Hit him in the face with a throwing knife. Wow. Hold on. Let's just get out of here for a second. Jesus. I'm in a bad spot right now. And this is how we get out of bad spots. We firebomb them, or magic bomb them. For God's sake. So yeah, if you get in a spot like that and you're not doing too hot, and you don't have much to heal with, and just bring out the bring out the daggers, bring out the throwing knives, bring out the projectiles, any of them. And this is a good example of what not to do right here. Don't just run in, because not very smart. What the fuck did you... Why didn't you fucking attack? That was stupid. Very stupid. What the fuck? Stop. Oh, that's why. I was dual wielding nothing. I was so confused. Dead. Gonna run up here and end the video for today. Tomorrow, we'll push forward down that hole. Or, you know, whenever. Not necessarily tomorrow. But as for now, touch the bonfire. Later, guys.